Why was Josh Johnson playing in an NFC Championship game for the 49ers?
Okay, because I have an answer for that.
Yeah.
Here's why. Because Kyle Shanahan is a genius.
Yeah, there it is.
He had Josh Johnson because he's a genius, and for him it doesn't matter who the quarterback is because the scheme is so freaking good.
Yeah.
He could have poor Josh Johnson, who I respect. He's an Oakland native. God love him. Yeah. But he knew it doesn't really matter who plays quarterback because Kyle is so, and his blocking schemes. Now, you saw that Josh Johnson went through that game and didn't get hurt at all. He didn't get hurt at all. No. I mean, Iggy, the poor guy almost got killed. Did you see his head bounce off the turf?
Yeah.
So what I want to say is, hello, McFly, if Kyle were actually thinking of football as about players and not scheme, he would say, this is a very important game. And as much as I like Josh Johnson as a camp quarterback, he really has not made it. He's been on a lot of teams, and he's not really had a lot of experience lately. Are there other options for this game?
It's like signing a coach. I'm sure he was great in the meetings and practice and all that stuff, but what if he has to play?
Yeah.
Because your pattern is that your backups have to play. They have to be ready to go. And there were guys out there who had played in playoff games available, like Cam Newton.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is you didn't expect this other guy to be as good as Brock Purdy, but you expected him to be a pro quarterback. And poor Josh, I don't think is at this time. No. So again, it's another example of Kyle not being a good head coach, not thinking it through.
And being arrogant. Oh, let's have Josh Johnson. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So Iggy, hold on. So now poor Josh Johnson, he's out of the game. So let's just talk about the comedy of errors. Now he has to bring back Brock, who's already needs surgery, and he has him being the quarterback and even has him throw a few short passes. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? How do you think his agent felt about that? How do you think his parents felt about that?
Yeah, he can't play, and he's going with this stuff. And then he had Juszczyk and CMC on the sideline talking to them about maybe putting a microphone in their receiver in their helmet, and they'll be the quarterback. At that point, I said, this is a joke. And what's more, the joke was Kyle.
Yes.
The joke was, he was the clown. Bring in the clowns. Bring in the clown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not Juszczyk, but can you imagine Juszczyk at quarterback? Oh, he's going to bring him back.
No, it was.
If not him, CMC, he threw a pass one time. He'll bring him back.
But Kyle Shanahan wants to prove that quarterback. Like someone said earlier, quarterback's interchangeable. It's not as important as it seems. Anyone could play quarterback on this team in this system, except Josh Johnson. Except for the 37-year-old guy who's been a career backup and probably shouldn't be in the league anymore. There are better options out there.
Yeah.
There were guys. Cam Newton. Probably even Colin Kaepernick would have been a better option. But I bet you there's 24 guys who are younger and more experienced than Josh Johnson who are available. And he went with Josh. Sorry, Josh.
I just want to say, again, Josh, it's not personal. I have the utmost respect for you. But I'm talking about Kyle. And again, Iggy, if you made a list of Kyle Shanahan's football sins, it would take up 2 pages.
Oh, absolutely. I think I've done that before, but I think it's time to add to it. I think I have a few dozen to add to that list.
Oh, and another thing, before you get to another topic, you know how we always talk about we'll have a dinner of football people at my house because it's bigger than yours. And there's a lot of people we put around the main table, but you can't get everybody there, so we have the children's table. We were flirting with the idea of putting Kyle at the main table, with Walsh and with Seifert and with John Lynch. Mm-hmm. Iggy, he is firmly at the children's table.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And
yes.
And he says, "Could I have a little wine?"
Yeah, maybe next year.
Have you been a good boy?
Maybe next year.
We'll mix it with a little water. Yeah.
Jeez. Children's table for Kyle. Remember a couple of months ago, people were saying, about a month ago, people were saying, what if will Kyle Shanahan be considered the greatest coach of all time if he wins a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy as a rookie? Well, it didn't happen.
No, and I said at the time, let's see what happens. So again, people were pissed at me because I wouldn't say during the season he's an all-time great coach. Hey, check this out. He's not an all-time great coach.